Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel, where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder, having complex post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety disorder, and panic attacks, depression, ADHD. I talk about narcissism and my narcissistic mother who was abusive to me. I talk about schizophrenia, and I wrote a book about my schizophrenic father, Life with My Schizophrenic Father. I have the link to it in the details down below. It's available on Amazon. I talk about all my other therapies, my unethical psychologists that sexually abused me and exploited me, and the links to the books I wrote about them are down below in the details. They're also available on Amazon. And just about a plethora of a lot of other mental health related topics. But I only come on as a former patient of almost 20 years. I am not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you or give you a professional opinion. All I ask in turn of you is please be kind and respectful in the comments. Please be kind to me. Be kind to other people. We don't need to agree on everything. Variety is the spice of life, but we do need to always show each other respect and kindness. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Stick around, take a chance. Hit that little box in the lower right-hand corner that says subscribe. That way, you will be notified every time a new video comes up. It's 100% free. Give it a thumbs up. If you like it, share it. Share the love with your friends, family, on other social media platforms. Let's grow this community, and please share with me your own personal experiences and struggles. Today's video is stop chasing love. That's in order. Just stop. Just stop chasing love. How many of you people, if you're on the dating apps, you're chasing love? I'm sorry, but that's what you're doing. You're swiping left. You're swiping right. You're looking at profiles. If you're on the dating sites, the dating services, you're looking. And love will find you. All right? When you chase after something, you lose what's valuable to you. Okay? The things that are important to you. You should work on yourself, okay? And the good people will find you. Work on what you value. What do you value? I'll tell you what I value. I value my sons. I value my writing, my poetry. I value publishing my books on Amazon so I can share with people my personal stories. I value my videos. I love doing my YouTube channel. These things that I value can't be taken away from me. Now, if I put my worth into someone else, chasing them down, trying to, do something that I think they'll like, dress a certain way or act a certain way for their approval, for them to validate me. What happens when they walk away if they're not interested? Then I lose, right? But if I put worth in what is important to me in my own personal self, then no one can take that away from me. If I work for a company, a job, if I work for someone else, they can fire me. They can give me my pink slip. But if I do these YouTube videos and try to help other people who are going through hardships, who are alone, who have no friends, who have schizophrenia, or who might have borderline personality like me, or bipolar, or who have been raised by a narcissistic parent like me, or abused. See, if I share all of that, no one can take that away from me. That's mine. No one can fire me. No one can prevent me from doing videos. No one can, as long as I follow, the YouTube's guidelines, No one can take away my poetry or my writing. You know, all the books that I published on Amazon, being out in nature, enjoying time alone, spent. No one can take these things away from me. That's what I'm trying to say. When you chase love, you know, you lose your self-respect. That's what you lose. You have no more self-respect. And you end up losing a lot of other things too that are very valuable to you, like the people around you. Let me give you an example. My best friend Holly of 12 years lost my friendship because she stopped valuing my friendship. Why did she stop valuing my friendship? Because she was chasing love in the form of a married man, Dave. Dave was married, living with his wife. No, he wasn't separated. One of these guys that say, well, I'm going to get divorced, and they never do. No, he was living with his wife. Dave was married. He had children. He was living with his wife and children. She was just a side screw. That's what she was. You know, he wasn't going to ever commit to her. He showed her no respect at all. But every time Dave called, Holly would jump. She would abandon her friends, neglect her friends. We'd have concrete plans. If Dave called, oh, I'm sorry, I can't come, Sandy. I got something else to do. And she'd keep canceling our plans. I'm not dumb. Do I look like I'm dumb? Well, maybe don't answer that. I mean, after a while, you know, after the first or second or third time, you might, because you're a good person, an empath, you might not think nothing of it. But if this keeps happening repeatedly, you see what I'm saying? And she just didn't do this to me. She neglected her family. She neglected her friends. She did this with other people. So she neglected the things that really mattered because she was chasing love. And so stop it. Stop chasing love. When you work on yourself, good people will find you. Love will find you. You're never going to find it if you're chasing after it, okay? And you're going to lose all self-respect because you're valuing the wrong things, you know? You don't have the right values in life, and not valuing the right things, working on yourself, taking the time to, you know, nurture your body and exercise, get out in nature, do the things that you find fulfilling, that are meaningful, like my poetry. That's meaningful, and no one can take that away from me. So just by working on yourself, you know, you will attract the right kind of people. By chasing love, all you're going to do is, you know, be frustrated, feel tormented. You're not going to have any self-respect, and that person that you're chasing is going to be turned off. They're not going to have any self-respect for you. This is true. If you chase a man, or even if you're a guy, I don't want to be sexist here, and you're chasing a woman or whatever, a guy chasing a guy, you get what I'm trying to say. If you chase someone, they're going to get that bad vibe from you. Like you're desperate, you know? Like you don't have a life of your own. Because it's like a gorgeous day. It's almost 80 out here in Boston in the end of October. I'm loving it. So Florida weather in Boston up north. So the person you're chasing is not going to have any self-respect from you because they're going to pick up on that desperate vibe, you know? If you work on yourself and respect yourself not to do that. Don't do that. Stop it. Stop chasing love. I mean, there have been times in my life that I chased love, but it always end up in bad places whenever I chased it. Let me tell you how I met my husband. I wasn't looking for anything. I wasn't looking for a boyfriend. I was at a community college, Mass Bay Community College in Wellesley. And I was extremely shy. I only had one friend at that time, Julia, my best friend Julia. I only had one friend. That's it. And I wasn't dating anyone. I was 18 years old. And instead of doing my homework, in the library or the AV center, where they had videos, audio video center, where they had like videos and tapes that you can take out and watch on their equipment. I just went to the auditorium, and it was very dark, and it was very empty, because I was, very shy. I came from an all-girl high school, all-girl Catholic high school, where sex before marriage was considered a sin. And, Mass Bay was like, wow, there's like all these guys walking around. The only guys that walked around in my high school were a couple of male teachers who were much older than me, who I happened to have major crushes on, too, at the time. So I would just, do my homework in there and sit alone. And one time this kid came around, this guy. I call him a kid now because I'm almost 60. He must have been my age, like 18 or something. And he said, you know what? You really need to get out of this auditorium. This is not healthy for you to sit in here in a dark auditorium all alone doing your homework. You should be doing your homework in the library around other people, or at the AV center, or, the cafeteria. He said, I want you to have lunch with me. Come, I'll introduce you to some people. Get out of this dark auditorium. It's not healthy for you to sit in a dark auditorium for hours. So I said, all right. And I had lunch, not one-on-one with him, at a big table with a lot of other people. He was a real social dude. And, then I started taking his advice. I wasn't looking for a boyfriend, okay, or a friend or anyone. But I started getting out of the dark auditorium and going to public places to do my homework, like the library and the AV center, and that's when I met my husband. I also met him through my best friend Julia, but if I didn't get out of that auditorium, that's why, because he used to come, my best friend Julia worked in the audio video center, the AV center, and my future husband Andrew used to hang out, like a lot of the people hung out in there. Her good friend Ruth worked in there, and we all went out to lunch, and then I'd sit in there and do my homework, and Andrew would come and sit beside me and start talking to me. And see, I wasn't looking for love. I was just taking someone's advice that, it isn't probably healthy for me to sit in a very dark auditorium all by myself and do my homework and study. It's really, it's not healthy. I should be around other people. I should be in a public place. I shouldn't be a hermit, but I wasn't looking for a boyfriend at that time. And that's when I found my husband. I wasn't on a dating website. I wasn't, Tinder, most of them are looking for easy hookups, all right? And a lot of them lie. You can't trust them, they'll lie on their profile. A lot of these dating sites, guys, they lie. Some of them are married and they say they're single. You don't know what you're getting, all right? Do I believe in them? No, I don't. I told you, don't go chasing for love. Don't go looking for love, all right? Let it find you. If you give out the right vibes, if you work on yourself, you will attract the right type of people. And this is what I did. I worked on myself at the time. I was working on coming out of my shell, and that was a big thing for me because I was extremely shy. I was an introvert. I put my head down low when I was walking. I wouldn't give eye contact to anyone. And so doing that, getting out of my shell, coming out in the public, away from that dark auditorium, this is what I did. And I felt so good about myself. I was working on myself. I was chubby and I was working on losing weight at the time too. Yes, I had a weight problem. I did. I was overweight. I was working on myself, and and that's when it started all coming together. So just don't give off bad vibes by chasing people. Don't chase love. Don't chase love. Work on you, okay? Work on you and your values and what you love to do, and good things will happen. Believe me, good things will happen if you work on yourself and you don't go chasing someone else. All right, that's all I'm going to say about it. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments. And until next time, take care.